Hello champions and future champions, hello Chessmood family, Gabuzyan is here with you, and we are beginning our daily lesson. In this position it's white to move, and before going further into explanations, I will offer you to pause the video and think how can we play here as white. Seems that white advanced the pawn to h5 square, and it's our move now. In this position we have a very unique chance to play h6. What's the idea of this? With this pawn on h6, we are nullifying the space for opponent's king. So this means black played g6, but still any check from the 8th rank is gonna be a checkmate, because we are having this pawn. On top of this, very often this pawn is supporting some of our pieces on g7 square, and we are getting huge chances to bother opponent's king. It means it can be h6, g6, f6 pawns in front of opponent's king on the 6th rank are very annoying and are creating a lot of problems. In this position, if we imagine it's white to move again, we have a very nice threat because of pawn on h6. I offer you to pause the video and try to find this. Now white is already threatening rook takes d4 move, since here black cannot be taking back, as rook b8 is not a check but it's already a checkmate. For this reason, after h6, black is trying to go king to f8. And now white is continuing the pressure on the king side, bringing the next rook to the game, playing rook c2. I offer you to calculate what happens if black here is trying to push d3 with d2 and d1 queen threat. Once again, because we have very strong pawn on h6, we are capable of ignoring the threats, playing rook c7. And after d2, we are playing rook f7 check. Now king e8 is being mated with rook b7. If after rook f7 check black goes king g8, we play rook g7 check. And after king f8, here rook takes h7 is leading to a mate. What is the thing that now black goes king g8, trying to prevent rook h8 checkmate? We're playing rook bg7 check, and after king f8, we have this rook h8 checkmate. Again, it's all possible because of the pawn on h6, which is this time protecting the g7 rook. And turns out that after rook c2, black is not having d3. In the game, it was played rook to f1, f3 and king g8. And again, it's white to move. I offer you to calculate the final part of this attack. We are playing rook to c7, rook f8, and now there is only a pawn on f7 separating our rooks from opponent's king. Here white goes for e6. If black takes, we are mating with rook g7, king h8, rook h7, and after king g8, rook bg7, checkmate. That's why after e6, black cannot be taking. Trying d3 this time, and last time for this position I offer you to pause the video and calculate a beautiful winning option for white here. White is now playing e takes f7 check, king goes h8, and rook b8 move. We're sacrificing our rook, but the thing is that after rook takes b8, we have rook e7. Rook e8 is the checkmate threat. Black cannot be preventing this. If black's playing rook to f8, we again go rook e8, and black has no moves. On the next move, we're taking on f8 and checkmating. Again, pawn on h6 is creating a lot of trouble for opponent. It's a very powerful attacking tool, and let's go ahead to see the next position. In this game, it's white to move, and here is the question. Are we going to take on f6 with the pawn and open the g file, or we're playing g6? You can pause the video and think about this. Taking on f6 here is not a big deal, because black can take back, and after rook g1, trying to use the g file, playing queen e7. It's protecting the knight, protecting the pawn, black king is in a safety. Meanwhile, if we play g6 in this position, it's already not so easy. Black cannot be taking because we take back, and now queen h7 threat is decisive. After g6, black has to play h6 in order to cover the h file, and because now we're having the pawn on g6 very much bothering this king, white can play now rook to e1, trying to get pieces to the 8th rank. Queen d8, we're playing queen e4. In this game it has happened knight to c7, and after queen e7, white is exchanging the queens, and because of this pawn, going to a very good endgame. Here black cannot be taking, because we take, now the knight is under attack, and when the knight is going to any square, rook e8 is a checkmate. After queen e7, it has happened rook d7, but after takes and rook e7, whites get a winning endgame. The thing is, after knight d5, we play rook a7. Black rook is stuck to the 8th rank, and we're using this fact, taking all other pawns with our rook on the queen side. Black rook cannot be doing anything. All of this because of annoying g6 pawn for black king. Let's go ahead and see another position. This time again it's white to move, and I offer you to think how to continue here. Try to calculate a few more moves than the f6 check which you're already guessing. So here we go with f6 check. Black king has two available moves. If king to h8, we are playing rook d8, and this king has no defenses. We are using the 8th rank and checkmating. After f6 check, black can go king g8, and here is a little difference that after rook d8, at least the rook on f8 is protected for a moment. Black now cannot be taking again, rook takes d8 is a checkmate, but after rook d8, black tried to play queen b6 in this game, temporarily covering this d8 square. Here, I offer you the last time for this daily lesson to pause the video and try to find a winning continuation. Now white is playing rook takes f8 check, king takes f8, and because we're having this very strong f6 pawn, we have a nice distraction idea here, playing queen c5 check. Black cannot be taking, because rook d8 is mating here. After queen c5, if black goes either a king to e8 or a king to g8, it's the same. We are mating with queen c8 move. All of this time is possible because of our strong pawn on f6 square. We have seen several examples today how we're creating strong pawns very close to opponent's king and the opponent is having back rank problems. By the way, in our daily lessons number 49, 105 and 189, we are talking about the weakness of the back rank. So if you are interested, you can be watching them. Now, let's go ahead and you will receive your homework position for this topic. Here it's white to move, and you can share your thoughts and ideas how to play here as white in the comment section below. Gabuzyan was here with you. Thank you for your subscriptions, likes, and sharing this video with your friends. We appreciate it a lot. See you next time during our next daily lessons.